It's the stuff of Hollywood suspense thrillers, except it's real, playing out now for an American family in Ecuador. On an exotic vacation off for a hike in the hills, the couple's teenage son suddenly vanishes in a matter of seconds. As it turns out, these kinds of disappearances abroad happen more often than you think. ABC's David Wright went on the trail with a father searching for his missing son.
Chris Reiger has been over this route time and again. A father in search of his son.
Have you retraced your steps along here, I bet?
Oh, yeah, so
a couple of times.
Somewhere on this steep mountain trail in Ecuador, 2 Sundays ago, his older boy, 18-year-old August Reiger, vanished during a family hike right after they all stopped to catch their breath at this wooden pavilion. A vacation horror story unthinkable for any parent.
Can you show me that photograph again?
So that's standing right where I'm standing.
And that's the last picture? Yeah. That's the last time you ever saw him?
Right.
The last known photo of August Reiger.
What do you think happened?
Just don't know.
Moments later, he vanished without a trace.
So we assumed after we didn't find him that he probably taken the other part of the trail. Yeah. And so we continued with our hike and we came down to the hotel at about 2:30 and he wasn't there. That's when we really got worried.
So he just disappeared?
Disappeared.
You heard nothing? You saw nothing?
Anything. We were about 5 or 10 minutes behind him.
Yeah, maybe less than that.
Maybe less than that.
However much faster he could walk than we were walking.
And that was when? That was 8 days ago?
Was on Father's Day.
Father's Day.
That was 2 agonizing weeks ago. Chris and his wife Randa Reiger have been reliving that day ever since. The family came to Ecuador for their summer vacation in part because August wanted to work on his Spanish. He just graduated from high school, Oklahoma City's magnet school for advanced students. August was valedictorian, a national merit scholar, headed to college in the fall on a full ride, a brilliant kid, and a gifted musician. He composed the music for this dance recital at school. In April, August went to the prom with his girlfriend, Kaylee Lockett. According to her family, he's the kind of boy you'd want to date your daughter.
He's very close to his family. No, he's not a depressed individual. I know he loves his girlfriend very much and wants to come home and see her.
She says she's sure he didn't run away on purpose. But what did happen? It's a mystery.
I'm trying not to think about the hundreds of scenarios that pop into your mind. I'm trying to actually think optimistically.
You know, there are a few places where you can have a good fall. But that's where they really searched.
They searched this whole place.
For 2 weeks, Ecuadorian authorities have thoroughly searched the trail and found no trace of August. The only word of his fate, a fleeting glimpse on the back of a pickup truck miles away. Someone thought they recognized him from one of the posters. A special kidnapping squad of the Ecuadorian National Police is now investigating.
Some girl that had seen this picture called and said somebody that looked like him was on the back going north towards Ambato.
The truck reportedly headed toward the Amazon, into the jungle.
I don't think he fell now. So I think that, you know, either he was kidnapped or somehow he went with somebody for some unfathomable reason and it doesn't even make sense.
At this point, you're hoping he was kidnapped.
Yeah. Well, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't want him to be on the mountain because, you know, I don't say I could survive that this long.
Kidnapping is not unheard of in Ecuador, but Ecuadorian officials insist it has never happened in Banos. We asked the State Department what they know.
Are you aware of reports that he's been kidnapped?
I mean, again, I don't think we can comment on the particulars of this individual's case, but we take these reports very seriously.
Not much they could say. The embassy did help organize meetings with the Ecuadorian ministers for tourism and the interior. But as the Reiger family is well aware, cases like this require ongoing attention. Sarai Sierra, a young mother from New York City, disappeared last January in Turkey. For Sarai, an avid photographer, it was the trip of a lifetime, complete with artsy Instagram posts she shared with her family back home, who were shocked when she didn't step off her return flight in New York.
I called United Airlines. They stated that she didn't board the flight. You know, you have so many thoughts going through your mind. You don't know what to think. You don't know what to believe. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what's going to come out of this.
Turkish police released these grainy photos of Saray taken 2 days before she vanished. But then 10 days later, her body was discovered among the ruins of Istanbul's ancient city walls. Cause of death? Blunt force trauma to the head. Turkish police eventually arrested a homeless man for her murder. For other families, happier endings. Californians Garrett Hand and Jamie Neal were on a bike tour of Peru in February when frequent Facebook posts updating their journey abruptly stopped. Alarmed family and friends alerted the State Department, who pressured the Peruvian government. The couple finally located safe and sound on a river ferry. Jeff Dunsavage started the Missing Americans Project after his brother Joe went missing in Honduras, and the State Department was unable to help him. The site has hundreds of registered loved ones looking for dozens of missing people who seem to have dropped off the face of the earth.
It's absolutely frustrating. It is. There are gatekeepers everywhere. If you don't know who the person you should be talking to is, then you can be sure that the person you're talking with is not the person you need to be talking with.
Something unexpected's going on, so you know we could still get that. It could be a ransom kidnapping. You know, might have to wait a long time to be sure it's not.
The Reigers know one thing: they can't leave here without answers.
The main thing is I don't think I'll be able to, go home as long as I think I'm doing some good here.
There's no way you could get on that plane.
Yeah.
I'm David Wright for Nightline in Banos, Ecuador.